days. Let your problems dissipate, 'cause I'm chill out. Let those worries leave your mind a bit chill out. Just unwind and have a good time.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy T.
And it's your man B.
Hey, you want to ride up, baby?
What's going on?
Season 2, episode 1.
We are in episode 1, season 2. Shout out to the
Numero uno. Numero uno.
Young Felicia is with me. She's gonna chime in. She's over on the other side of the table.
It's a party.
Yeah,
It's a party.
yeah.
We got, of course, Relly Rail in the building.
What up, man?
Yeah. And, we're watching Black Lightning, so that's in the background. I might have to turn that down or off or whatever. Hold on a second.
We got, but hold, not so fast. We got DJ in the building too. He gonna be chiming in from time to time.
Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Whole family in here in the building. All right.
Yeah, man.
Man, this summer would have been, I don't know. Hopefully we can get back on track. It's not over yet.
Yeah.
Not over yet. Yeah. Shout out to the Cook Up. Shout out to Anchor.fm. We here, we live. It is what it is, you know. Shout out to everybody. Rail, what up, bro?
Ain't nothing, Slim. What's up?
Not much, man. There's a bunch of things going on, but you know, we're alive. We're not sick. You know, we're not COVID-19 positive.
Yes, sir.
So
day drinking is the motto from work.
Hey, listen. since Brian and Felicia over there drinking,
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm about to take a shot or something. I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna shoot. What we gonna drink? What we gonna drink? We got the what we drinking?
My friend Jim Beam is in the building. That's where we're at. But
we got the Bonnie Rose Tennessee White whiskey.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll sip this little bit of wine, you know.
We got the Henny White, but I can only take a shot of that if DJ shooting with me. If DJ shooting with me, we can do that. We can do the Henny White. I respect this bottle.
I mean,
so we gonna definitely do a shot of the Henny White.
Bet.
What else we got in here? We might be able to do. We got the Johnny Walker Black Label.
Y'all doing it all right. You know what I mean? Y'all doing it good. Y'all doing everybody justice. So yeah, like shout out to we got another move that I think we're gonna make, and
okay,
hopefully she okay with it. But yeah, we're gonna cross promote or something.
You know, I'm always about the cross motion. I'm here for it.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm excited about the things she has going on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's got a couple things going on, and yeah, man, I think we can intersect on a couple levels. So, man, I'm excited. Like, shout out to Burn. Like, we didn't do it justice last week. We on the Cook Up Radio,
Right.
IG on the Cook Up Radio. It's THE.COOKUP.radio. On the Ride Up, we're on.
It's your fault.
We're on Facebook and Instagram. We on our RTRU _ on Twitter. You know, hit us. We're live. Like last episode was probably the most listened to, the fastest. Out of all the 24 episodes plus the 6 in the ride in the bonuses. So, man, like shout out to Burn. That's my brother. South Jersey, that's my family. Blizz and Dre and who else? I'm gonna make Chris, my man. Like, and we're gonna get him on the show. We're gonna get Burn on the show, and when we do the interview, we'll chop it up and we'll get into depth for how we met up and all this other stuff. But it's a great story. And we appreciate the look. I really do.
Hey, look, man.
What you wanted? What you want to talk about, bro?
We just trying to maintain. That's all. So, a couple things we're gonna talk about today. What we're gonna talk about? We're going definitely discuss. We're gonna definitely discuss these the super producers from the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yep.
Going head to head.
They trying to get Diddy versus JD going too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And we also going to discuss I guess a movie that you mentioned last episode that's apparently a very good movie. I watched it. I waited too late to start watching it, so I fell asleep.
The Platform?
The Platform?
Yeah, it's on fire. You're gonna have to come
looks
over
very
here
interesting
to talk about it. We watched it together on this work from home journey, and it was dope. So yeah, we'll talk about it. You know what I mean, as we go along.
I'm here for it.
You want to go movies first, or you want to go with the super producers first?
Let's get into the super. Since it's already bubbling, everybody talking about. Let's talk about the super producers.
Okay. All right.
So
you want to pop
so
it off?
Okay, so I'll do it because so initially this all started about a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago.
Yep.
With Swizz Beatz and Just Blaze.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna side note you. Pete Rock and DJ Premier have been touring together and doing a beat battle together for about a year and a half, even before Swizz and But not. I'm just saying.
So Battle of the Beats isn't new. No, you're right. Battle of the Beats is not new, but this new cross-platforming, having the fans see it on Instagram and YouTube, that's a newer concept.
Absolutely.
So about a year and a half ago, I'm eating asparagus. Swizz and Just Blaze pulled out the crates. They was going beat for beat. I mean, and you would think that Just Blaze would win, but I felt like the way Swizz fights and compete,
right,
it's better than Just Blaze. Because what Just Blaze was doing, he was doing too much beat building.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Swizz is trying to sell a beat to the radio station. Just Blaze is trying to sell a beat to the record label.
Right.
To the audience.
Right.
You know, he's like going from putting the hats in, putting the bass, he was doing all this other stuff. Swizz was just getting at his neck, beat after beat. But the good thing about both of them is both of them had some dope stuff.
Of course.
So I feel like Swizz edged them on. I feel like Swizz edged Just Blaze.
Okay.
And then it was a couple other producers talking, but nobody ever got into the ring.
Right.
Until
pandemic.
Swizz Beatz. No. Rewind a little bit.
Okay.
Swizz Beatz and Timbo had been talking about.
Yeah, they had been talking about it. Tim had.
They ended up having like a 5-10 minute battle on YouTube, and
I missed that.
In the process, Swizz Beatz dropped this exclusive record that had like X, Jada, like Nas. He had like 6-7 rappers on it. That song has never been released. And I won't call it a battle because they didn't go back and forth with songs. That joint got premiered. I still can't find it. I'm still try to look for it. But now fast forward to nobody can go outside. Everybody's stuck in their house. They bored as hell. Now they want to do the battle.
It's a good place.
Swizz and Tempo went at it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good place. It's like if he did it 6 months ago, people would be like, oh, it's for the look, clout chasing. But now it's like you can't make money off of it. Nobody's coming to see you. Nobody's making like real music. So it really feels like it's for the culture. You know what I mean? I feel really more organic this way. But
you know what? It makes me. I gotta say this. I want to give a shout out to DJ D Nights. I feel like like his energy job sparked this. If you want to be hunting,
That's also true.
if you're familiar with DJ D Nice, like I guess like day 3 or day 4 of the whole stay home push, he went on like a 2-day just DJing, you know what I'm saying, festival. He just playing records back to back to back. And he had like thousands of people tuning in for him. People had never heard of him before, but everybody, you know what I'm saying, locked in watching him do his thing. And I thought everybody was like, yo, that's dope. That was for the culture. And I think that type of energy is what bled into Swiss and Timbo saying, all right, let's get it popping.
Right. Absolutely. And also, like, he had like Fendi out here, like showing strippers, and Tory Lanez. They got strippers on their lives. It's getting wild out there.
Everybody having fun. Just Tory Lanez had what's the name on his IG? Had Drake on his IG, and they did numbers. They did crazy numbers with viewership. I guess Taylor Swift had like the record or something, and they broke Taylor Swift's record.
D Nice had 102,000. I thought that was the highest, but you know, I don't know. I'm not record keeper, or fact checker.
Yeah, that ain't my thing. It's not my bag, baby. But either way, I thought it was dope. Yeah. And apparently they end up video chatting some young kid with cancer too. Which is also dope.
Yeah, absolutely. Tory's doing his thing.
So, based on, have you both seen the Swiss Beats versus Timbo battle?
Yes, I have.
I have not caught any of the battles. My bad. I'm apologizing.
Okay. So, bro, who'd you give it to, man?
I'm giving it to Timbo, and the reason why is because I think he's more versatile than Swiss Beats. That's the reason why.
Okay. You feel like he's more versatile than Swiss?
Yeah, because it's like when you hear Swiss Beats beat, take for granted, Swiss Beats is a legend in my eyes, you know what I'm saying, producing. But you can always tell a Swiss beat hook, or not hook, but a beat, you can always tell it's his. Timbo, yeah, he has his style and stuff like that, but he can hit you with some R&B. He can hit you with some hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just more versatile. That's what I like. You know what I'm saying? And Swizz, I don't think he can mess with him.
I mean, I guess like I said, I feel like it all depends on the audience he's playing for. Like if they were playing for like R&B, you know what I'm saying, like that the girl R&B, you know, people who gonna love Aaliyah, he's playing for that audience, then Timbo got the edge because he's gonna play Aaliyah tracks and all that stuff.
You're right.
But I gave it to Swiss. I feel like Swiss played to the crowd a lot better. I felt like his playlist had a lot more energy to it. Mm-hmm. Where I feel like Timbo he was doing sort of like what Scott Storch did. He was playing a lot of hits.
Right.
And hits are cool, but you still need the energy. And not every hit has energy. Everything that Swiss pretty much came with had energy.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. It's like it's kind of hard to say what your audience is when you're on live. You don't know who's looking at your video. You know, take for granted you may see a few names pop up. You know, like celebrities, like Fat Joe may pop in there, Fabulous, he may pop in there, and things in that nature. But it's kind of hard to tell who your audience really is. You know. And I think Tim was more so just showing his versatility when it comes to his beat making, and that's what I love most about Timbo, man.
Yeah, I don't think his R&B like repertoire is limited to Aaliyah. Like Genuine was an R&B artist. A lot of Missy Elliott stuff is R&B. One Republic was a soft alternative rock band. She's hip hop, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna say this. I'm off the camera. She's both. She sings and she raps. Like she raps a lot and she sings a lot. So she's done both. But I think you can go through each genre and produce hits.
Oh no, don't get it twisted. Swiss got R&B on his records too, though.
Yeah, he does, but it's not messing with Timberland's catalog.
He produced pretty much all of Beyonce's B-Day album.
Yeah, Cry Me a River, dog. Justin Timberlake. Like we can go back to that.
Cash.
Fire. You know what I mean? But yeah.
Well, I'm not the biggest fan of Beyonce, so there's that.
Wow, sir. We might have to cut you off right now.
Hey, look, man. I respect her as an artist, but if you ask me if I'm gonna bump some Beyonce, you know what I'm saying, riding down the street with my fellas, that's not gonna happen.
Of course not. I don't know why it's gonna say that. I don't like that, but I'm just saying. Like she's dope. Like, period. Like I don't know. Anyways, like yeah, man, like
how can you hate on her?
Yeah, that sounds crazy.
It's not hate. It's what I prefer, you know.
So you don't like none of her music?
I never said that. I said I'm not the biggest fan. That's what I'm saying. I definitely rather listen to
at this point, like how big of a fan you really gotta consider yourself? I mean, because she got so many hits. Right?
I don't really care for a voice, man. Like sometimes she does too much for me, you know. And everybody got different opinions on it, but it ain't always for me, man.
Okay, help me out with it. What song do you like of hers?
Drunk in Love. I think that was cool.
You didn't like Crazy in Love?
I mean, it was straight. It was cool. That was a hit. What's it called? Soldier. I Need a Soldier, but Lil Wayne. Of course, that was a Destiny Child's hit, but I think that was.
I'm in here. I'm in Beyonce fan, bro. So I can't. Yeah, like you realize you might turn this house upside down if you keep going.
Hey, man.
So hey. All right. So you're not a fan of Beyonce. Let's get back to Tim. Tim and Swizz. I think I didn't watch it, but people who lean Swizz always talk about how he slices his beats and slices like he did the same thing with Just. Like he's a great so I can see him winning even if he is even if he doesn't have as great a catalog. Like I think
he definitely pretty hype man.
Like Tim's catalog is unprecedented. Like you can't really like even put it up. You're like who can put it up against for real? There's only a couple. Swizz is one of them. But, like Swizz hasn't gone out of his way to do R&B joints, like rock joints. Like what are we talking about? Like he's a hip hop like at the end of the day, because he can move the crowd as like an MC, like back in 1967 when hip hop started. He can move the crowd in that type of vein. So I think he has the edge on any type of live competition that could happen. You know what I mean? If I hit a playlist to you and say, okay, which beats are better, you probably I would say 8 out of 10 you probably would mess with Tim's instead of Swizz's. But if you get it in a live competition, he might edge you out because of how he cites and sells his work. You know what I mean?
All right, so I gave it to Swizzy, but I can understand if somebody saw it as a draw because of the what Swizz lacked in versatility, he made up times 10 in like energy and bangers.
Right.
Like he opened like the thing about it, he could do something like open up with Blood Pressure by Jadakiss.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a single. That's not necessarily a hit record. If you don't know anything about Rough Riders or the Locks. But Blood Pressure was like a crazy record. And that's just what he started off with. With Timbo, like he played So Anxious and was like, yeah, I'm killing him. I played So Anxious. It's like, not so much. You get what I'm saying? It's a good record though. So Anxious is a good record. But it's not. He's not killing it the way you think you are by playing So Anxious. you can brag about, I made a hit record called So Anxious with Genuine, but it's not that. It's not beat battle. You know what I'm saying? Worthy is all I'm saying.
Okay. I mean, if you is that. If you gotta match, if you're gonna match energy, I hear what you're saying. But if you are gonna try to switch the energy, So Anxious is one of you might go to. You might go to 1 in a million.
But that's another thing. I don't feel like he mapped it out well enough.
That might be the case. That might be the case.
Swift, like Timbo got records that he can match as far as energy and like he has those type of records. Even if you don't necessarily like the record, the energy is there. And I feel like he didn't time it out very well. Yes. So he was more so like, all right, I got it. It's like it was more so Timbo was like, yeah, all right, I'm cool because I got a Leah records to play and I got hits records from back in the day that I can play this score when the IG crowd that basically most of y'all, like a lot of females, like, oh yeah, I love that song. Play that song. You know what I'm saying? Dudes wanted the energy.
I hear you. You can't like please all of the crowd all the time. So I hear what you're saying, but I think you could have if I don't know. I didn't sequence Tim's playlist, so I can't call it. But there's joints where he could have moved to where like you can get 1 in a million off, you can get Resolution off, you can get like those are like you don't know. Like you don't know is a Jay-Z like under like nobody that's a B-side. That wasn't a single. You know what I mean? Like he could have went and crushed the buildings with that. I don't know, man. Like Swizz, I just don't like people keep saying Swizz won. Like that's the only reason I can see that he won is because like Tim didn't sell it as well. That's all I can see. You know what I mean? But
no.
I mean, we saw better boxers lose boxing matches and better football teams lose games. If you don't have the right game, if you don't have the game plan, you can lose. He didn't have a game plan. He literally like, oh, yeah, I'm Timberland, I'm arrogant. Like, nah, bro, because that ain't gonna work today. Missy ain't coming to save you, boy.
Like our culture.
That's what I'm saying.
The Swiss beat.
Okay. I think it's kind of like what Brian said. Like Swizz is it's more so. I think Swizz is more so like hyping his own beats up. I think for granted, he was playing DMX, you know what I'm saying, Rough Riders. We already know the energy on that, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. But it also helps when you in the background, you know what I'm saying, you rapping the lyrics and stuff like that. That's going to make that energy pop even more, bro. And like Timbo, he was just chilling, just letting the beat rock, you know. And I don't know, bro. I think Timbo, just like I said, he had better versatility with his beats. And Swizz is just playing like all party hits, you know what I'm saying? Like that was just the energy that he was on.
You see what songs they put on Twitter
I didn't actually
against each other.
All right, so Felicia's saying Swizz won. So all right, she's got a leg up on everybody. She says Swizz is hip hop, but he transcends hip hop. The joints that he makes can cross over. So Wiz won. But as far as this particular specific joint. But then The Dream and Sean Garrett did a songwriter battle as well. Did y'all catch that?
Hey, Ron?
Yeah.
Real quick. Want to pause you.
Okay.
So DJ went to the whip.
Okay.
He's like, this isn't enough. He went and poured in Jameson Black Label. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, he got the Penitent Rod, but not the regular one. He got the 1910 Penitent Rod.
We're switching to wine. We're switching to wine. We done punished half of the Jim Beam bottle.
But when you got on wine.
And we're going to the sweet red. So, you know, so I can actually finish this podcast. But yeah, man. All right. Shout out to DJ. What up? Then so y'all.
So DJ, hold up. Before you get into that dream battle, DJ, who you got? Who did you have winning? You said you had Swiss winning against the Timberlands, right? Yeah. About energy. About energy.
I hear you. So Sean Garrett and Dream went head to head. Pause. And from the consensus that I saw, that is that Sean Garrett kind of embarrassed himself a little bit.
That's mighty bold of Sean Garrett to go up against the Dream.
But I heard he held his own as far as like the joints that he played, but it was just his conduct during the actual
is it really possible?
I think it is because he's behind a bunch of Chris Brown joints. So
okay. So he basically wrote the I wrote Chris Brown record type of
well,
wave.
I mean, I like I said, I didn't watch it, so I can't call it. But
I gotta put those receipts.
I mean, yeah, like we can go back around and come back, and double back. But from what I heard, Sean Garrett like really held his own. There's joint. I mean, he has joints. Like he's an elite. Before you heard his name before, he had joints. It's he's an R&B writer and he does his thing. The Dream, even that, him too. Like before you heard his name, he had joints out there. So I'm sure he was able to exploit that. But from what I heard, it was the Dream edged him out, and we on to the next. So
Sean Garrett's name is Garrett Robin Hamler.
That's
what his wiki page says.
Shout out to Mr. Hamler.
Garrett Robin Hamler.
Shout out to Mr. Hamler.
I'd have changed my
name. Yeah, that's why he's Sean Garrett.
He wrote Usher's Yeah. Okay, he got some.
Yeah, no, dude.
He got a couple.
Sean Garrett's been around. He's done his thing.
I don't know if I spice it up that much, but I don't know if he's. I wouldn't definitely say him messing with what's the name.
No, I don't know how that came together. I guess that might because I think Sean Garrett doesn't they don't like each other, so that might have spurred that.
Oh,
that might have been what caused that. So then, in the spirit of that, Jonta Davis and Neo, songwriter battle. And Jonta showed why he's probably top 5 R&B writer, and Neo's, is what he is. And people say Jonta won that because Neo kind of leaned on his own songs. He's like
Neo is overrated, bro. Neo got hyped because he wrote that damn Irreplaceable song for Beyonce.
I mean, he's been writing since before that too. Like so that's.
Right, that song is the one that everybody gassed.
Yeah, no, I hear you. But there's even some of his joints there's some dope. He has some dope joints. But Jonta got him out of there. So that's.
I gotta see that one.
Yeah, I need to. I'm gonna replay that at some point. Hopefully, maybe I can Chromecast that. We can watch it together.
So who would the songwriter? You know who I would want to see go back? You know who will be? Even though I know who will win.
What's that?
Just for my personal likes, I would love to see Babyface go up against Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
That's what, like Joe Budden was on Joe Budden's podcast. They were talking about this, and they were like, "Yo, nobody can go against Terry Jam and Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
Jimmy Jam and Terry. Yeah,
nobody can go against Babyface, but that's who you put against Babyface is Jimmy Jam.
You put them two against each other. That would be a crazy. Because you gotta give like Babyface, you probably sleep L.A. Reid in there a little bit, but I gotta mention my guy as far as like who would give everybody a run for their money is my guy Tank.
Tank is
and that I'm not even talking about like
hold on. Let me just for the listeners and for my guest host that's in the building. My lovely, beautiful, gorgeous, amazing,
all right,
young,
sexy over there.
Young
woman.
Sexy woman. Hey, Brian. Yeah. This ain't a family show, but you can't eat vagina on the show.
Wait. Okay, so
keep it in a ziploc.
No, wait. No, it's all together. We're all clothed. I'm gonna just say this. Tank wrote a lot for Trey Songz.
Okay.
A lot.
And a lot of Jamie Foxx
A
records.
lot.
Okay.
But his albums go.
I understand.
So
Are we slighting
relax.
Tank over there?
Relax.
Hey, wait.
No, not the
You know, it's
greatest.
funny that we know.
No, not the greatest. Trey Trick. But wait.
Trey Songz.
Trey Songz got yeah.
I won't say he didn't.
Right.
All I'm saying is you're just gonna say that he's the best.
No,
because
nobody said
Trey
he's the
Songz
best. It's
records.
like somebody.
What about Trey Songz isn't even the best.
If you're gonna find songwriter battles, Tank is somebody you should get.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just saying I just thought that's
He's up top. He's
I wouldn't say
not
the
top. Maybe he's
wouldn't.
good. Like he's
Okay.
probably of the last
good.
15 years.
Okay.
Tank is you're gonna see Tank's name
Gotcha.
repeatedly.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Hey, I just want to point this out that we are on the record of knowing that Brian is drinking right now.
Yeah.
And what podcast is known for drinking? Drink that.
Yeah, Noriega.
What is Nori famous for saying?
Relax.
Relax.
Yeah.
You sound like Nori right
No.
now, bro.
We're gonna stray away from that.
I'm just waiting for you to say holy moly.
Nah.
That's all I need to holy moly from you.
Nah, we're good.
Felicia, feed him another drink.
No. We're gonna get a glass.
Let's see if we can get him to heaven tonight.
Yeah, no, we're chilling. Yeah, Jimmy's over there. We're gonna put him back on the freezer. Was that? Okay.
You gonna put Jimmy in the freezer? That what you
Yeah, we're
said?
gonna put Jimmy in the freezer. So it was Jonta Davis and Neo, and some people have the draw. A lot of people had Jonta, and then Hit Boy and Boy Wonder. Yeah.
He want to go up against somebody, right? He called out somebody.
Hit Boy and Boy Wonder, you know what I mean, went together. Yeah,
they went at it.
They went at it. Joe Budden put that together, and to me, I'm gonna have to play that one myself because I
gotta check that one out because if I put my money on it, I'm probably gonna lean towards Young Berg on that one. Hitmaker got some. He got some hits.
Hit Boy. Hitmaker. Not Hit Boy. Hit Boy.
Oh, okay. I do say Hit Boy.
No. Hitmaker. Which that would be a dope with somebody. I don't know who, but
no. I think you know what it is. I'm mistaken. I think he called. I think either he called somebody out or somebody wanted him to go up against somebody
to do something. But I
think they wanted him to go up against Mustard.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Everybody wants to go against Mustard, but I don't know. I think people are crazy if they want to go against Mustard. But Hit Boy and Boy Wonder, people saying Boy Wonder, edged them out. Hit Boy got a lot of joints. He got a lot of Kanye joints. So I don't know how that actually ended up working out. And they played some unreleased beats of theirs, which I'm sure it was a dope show as far as being on IG Live when it happened.
Yeah.
And then I think there was another one, and I'm losing my mind. So if somebody can pick it up,
I would like to see DJ Toomp versus Mike Will.
Nah, Mike Will crush him.
What?
DJ
How?
Nah, bro. Nah.
You sleeping on Toomp?
I'm not. Toomp got joints. Mike Will is another thing. Mike Will.
What was the last record you heard of Mike Will? Damn.
Yeah, Kendrick.
How long ago did that come out?
2 years ago. Mike Will been chilling. What's the last joint that DJ Toomp come in with?
My whole point is they both got the same amount of records.
I don't know, bro.
To go head to head.
It's not the same amount, bro.
We're gonna have to see about
Mike
that.
Will,
I'm gonna see if I can
Mike Will had
like
the
that.
Shrimmer Boys doing their thing. Like he's on every one of them Shrimmer records. So, yeah, man.
Hey, you remember that? You remember when Math Hoffa and Serious Jones was battling against each other?
Yes.
Remember that part where Serious Jones screamed out "Woo" He was like, "Woo!"
Yes, and he got
That's what it came to mind. The sarcastic. That's fire. Like you can't mention Ray Shrimmer to me and make me be like, "Oh my God, he got Ray Shrimmer on deck."
Mm-hmm.
Come on, bro.
No, bro. No. You're not gonna do that to Ray Shrimmer. They got joints.
Oh, you bought the cape for Ray Shrimmer, bro?
I'm caping because you said DJ Toomp because DJ Toomp biggest records is T.I.'s. So what are we talking about?
Ray Shrimmer, bro?
Fam. Ray
Name 5 records I want to hear.
Ray Shrimmer and the Migos, Mike Will produce some of their biggest joints.
Name me 5 Ray Shrimmer records I want to hear, bro.
Fam, if you go to the strip club, I'll name them all. Like they play back to back.
It probably sound the same too.
I don't think that makes a difference. As long as Mike Will made it, we good.
Okay.
Rihanna got joints. Like, yeah, he's done.
Bro, Nick, I'm the one that came up with the battle. I like the battle. I just don't think it'd be a wash like you saying it'd be. I think it'd be an interesting battle.
I don't know if it'd be interesting. I mean, I think DJ Toomp versus Juicy J might be a lot more interesting than that.
I disagree, but I mean, I think Juicy J, you know what I'm saying, makes beats that I'll be honest with you, I think Juicy J should have actually, you know what? Juicy J had a battle. He battled who the hell did Juicy J battle? He battled somebody.
T ain't the biggest Juicy J fan either, so that's out of the question.
What the fuck is that got to do with anything?
You don't really care for the Juicy J.
I don't have a problem with the beats. I just don't think they're lyrical rappers. I don't like their rapping, but I still can listen to some of their songs. Jesus Christ. Jeez. It's all good. I know Jesus got my back.
DJ, what up, bro?
What's up, B? What's up?
What's going on with you, man? Pause.
Oh,
yeah.
Felicia, that was you. Say that?
No, it wasn't.
we know that.
She's not in the room. Okay, so
sick bastard. She's a sick bastard.
Hey,
you're sick, son.
Man, so like, so this has all been the entertainment of the week and a half since we did our MJ episode. What else have you seen out there, man? How have you guys been spending your time?
Well, we didn't discuss the Scott Storch and
you're right, absolutely. I missed that.
You want to start that off, T? You want to start that off?
All right, so Scott Storch, Mannie Fresh went at it, and initially, just going off of the beats, I'm like, Scott Storch washed him. Beat production, versatility. Like he just had more hits. I'm like, Scott won. But then when I was like, yeah, Scott won, I had a couple people like, yeah, but Scott didn't produce a lot of those records by himself, whereas Mannie did 100% of the beat making by himself. So it's like when you say Drake or Kanye, but then you like, well, they got ghostwriters. And then now you no longer mention them in the top 5. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. It's like, all right, you got I'm not talking about like some first or second year guy just adding a key. You got Timbo and Dre working on your beats with you. It changes the mood in the room a little bit. So just on that, I would probably have to listen to it again to see if I really gave it to Mannie Fresh, but I had to know exactly what beats Scott Storch had help on. Or I ain't gonna say help. I'm gonna say had co-production on. I'm pretty sure Scott Storch is capable enough to produce a record by himself. So it's just more so who he had co-production on. But maybe Mannie Fresh could have used some co-production. Maybe he could have done more than just, you know what I'm saying, bounce beats for you know what I'm saying, trap rappers.
All I can say is this. Every one of these mega producers have ghost producers. So it's hard. It's going to be.
I don't know if that's true. Not for all of them.
Who do you think did all of it by himself?
I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know if Manny Fresh had other people, because if he did, then when he left, the beat production wouldn't have dropped so low on Cash Money.
I mean, if they didn't have a Cash Money deal, then they can move on. Like Beats by the Pound was an in-house producer for No Limit when their deal went up. Then so did like kind of like how No Limit.
So underrated, by the way.
Yeah, definitely underrated.
And they would have lifeblood behind No Limit, if you want to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
When Beats by the Pound, I'm saying, stopped making the beats, they sort of went under.
Yeah, that's when it faded. And I'd say the same for the first version of for Cash Money. Once the Hot Boys broke up and all that, the money or whatever, the only saving grace was Manny Fresh. And once he left after the Carter One, Wayne's name and his newfound lyrical ability carried him. But the beats weren't the same.
No.
No. He definitely had to transition with the help of Gilly. I
mean,
to like a more mainstream style.
Yeah.
I said help. I didn't say ghostwriting. I'm saying help. Like he might have guided him to, being able to select the certain type of beats, or just the way he presented himself on beats. I don't know if Gilly wrote for Wayne, but I can definitely say that he helped him mold a new style, a new image as far as how he's going to be on the beats.
You know who I knew who wrote for Wayne? Drake.
You think so?
Drake.
You think
Yeah,
so?
No, I'm dead ass. Like he definitely took a couple verses that Drake had. Like I've heard Drake joints that he took whole like bars from. So yeah.
Did he? Were there songs with Drake on it, or did he take songs that Drake wrote and put on other
There's
records?
Drake mixtape joints from right before he got signed, and then Wayne, spit the same bars. So but that happens routinely through the industry. Like Badass, rest in peace. He did a lot of stuff for Snoop. Allegedly, Lupe wrote some joints for Jay. I think it's like more of a. I think it's more of a, yo, I'm gonna put some money in your pocket. Give me a couple verses, 16s, and we'll keep it than like any type of denigration of their ability. Like I'm not gonna sit here and say Jay-Z isn't the greatest, most prolific writer of in hip hop at this point in time. So if he had two bars or two verses made for him from somebody else, does that change that? No, that definitely doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It really doesn't.
Yes.
I can't agree with that.
I'm just saying it does. It's like, for instance, Jay-Z, his reputation has taken, a hit when it comes to public opinion for people who aren't big on Jay-Z. When you think about, for a good 10-year span, he did nothing but bite rap like Biggie and Pop rhymes. And to the point where it's like sometimes like you would go back and listen, like, damn, I've never even heard that. Like some of the stuff he was taking, it's like you didn't realize he was taking it. It wasn't like there's a hit record and I used the way he came into the song. Like there was some time where Ho would just re-spit like 4, 5, 6 bars of a big verse and Pac, and it's like that matters. Now, clearly, you would need somebody on his level to be competing on his level for it to matter. So in that aspect, I guess it doesn't matter, because even with that, there's nobody to come up and be able to take his throne. As far like who's gonna do it? Nas?
Yeah.
We're not gonna get to that conversation. Like Cam had a whole, you know what I'm saying? He dedicated a whole song where he just played like all these records back to back to back to back when you know what I'm saying, Rockefeller was beefing with Dipset. But even, you know what I'm saying, it's like Cam doesn't have the resume to really make Hov respond. So, I mean, that's what Hov did. Like, Hov would just ignore you. And his fans would make that thing like that's the thing. Like, oh, it's like if you were in the street and somebody slapped the shit out you, you can't just ignore it. Or you get called a bitch. But in rap, Jay-Z could ignore getting slapped. And it's like, all right, Jay-Z the man. Because he ain't respond to somebody slapping
That's
him.
how Jay-Z is. He's not going to respond to you unless you have some weight on you, you know?
I mean, he responded to the Mace. He responded to 50 Cent. So, I don't know.
I'm about $1. What the fuck is 50 Cent?
I mean, he crushed. Nobody heard of 50 Cent after that until he got shot.
That's fact.
So
he gave J.O. Felony some bars, but I mean, like that's my thing. You give J.O. like he gave J.O. Felony bars. Like all the rappers that come at you, it's like it's weird. Like J.O. Felony. Like, hey, real, have you heard of J.O. Felony?
wow.
DJ, have you heard of J.O. Felony?
Yeah, that's all I would do.
See what I'm saying? Like there's people, hip hop fans who've never even heard of J.O. Felony, and that's who he responded to. But you know what I'm saying? You got like known rappers coming at him. Like Jim Jones was like not even rapping about him; he was talking about him.
It can be different reasons though. Like I don't know. It could be more behind the scenes than what we may know.
Like real street shit. Maybe. And the thing about it is with guys like Jim Jones and Cameron, like dissing Hov, it's like, bruh, like you dissing them, but every time you become more popular and people go buy your Come Home With Me album or that Diplomats album, Hov get money off of it. Which the game's been missing, Jewels, Hov get money off of it. So it's like, maybe you shouldn't be so popular. You know what I'm saying? Because he getting bread off you. Like he told niggas, like he told Nas, check your own videos, you always be number 2.
He told Mace that. That was Mace.
Excuse me, Mace. He told Nas, you know what I'm saying, you always getting your puppets.
He knew he paid Searchlight Puppets. Yeah.
Killed him.
I don't think that was I don't think that was the killing blow, because I don't even know if that was all the way true, because Church already like kind of debunked that. But I'm just saying, and you already know I'm on record on this podcast forum as saying Efer is trash. So like, yeah. So that's not the killing blow on that takeover record. Who? So you would like to see Babyface versus who?
I want to see Babyface and Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis go back and forth.
I think
that would be dope.
I think that's a good look.
And I think name wise, like the fans know more about Babyface because he actually like is an artist. Right. But people who like look at the liner notes from back in the day, they see how much Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis have produced. And plus they, you know what I'm saying, they recently won that Lifetime Achievement Award. So it's like their name is more heightened amongst the youth. So like some people know exactly like more of what they produced. But I think it would be a really good competition because they both produce for a lot of artists. I think I would be honest with you, I would give Babyface the edge because Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, after a while, pretty much limit themselves to producing Janet Jackson albums.
Yeah.
Whereas Babyface was, Babyface was working with like he's working with Ariana Grande like now. Like he's working with young artists now. He go all the way back to making records with Force MD and the Whispers to Ariana. Like that's a crazy span of, you know what I'm saying, time. But Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, they got legacy. I mean, all they got to do is say, yo, they was once in the band with Prince.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like that's going, you know what I'm saying, stamp them right there for a lot of musicians. It would be a good battle. Is all I'm saying. But you know the funny thing is nobody's said that man's name as far as production. Like let's keep it 100. Like how many producers, like, so since we got Tim and Swiss and Tim and we got Swiss and Just, That means we gotta put what? We gotta put Kanye up
I
against
would love to see
Neptune.
that, bro. Even though I'm taking the Neptune, but I would love to see that.
Who you got winning that?
I got the Neptunes on that.
You got the Neptunes beating Kanye. Yes. Who you got, D?
Damn, that's tough.
Oh,
How y'all got
that versatility is hard to beat, man.
That Pharrell will sell it. Pharrell will sell it just like Swiss do, and it worked. They got three different iterations of themselves. They got the why you over there looking at me, Neptunes. They got the
They do.
They got the Nori Neptunes. What Neptunes? They got change clothes Neptunes. They got change clothes Neptunes. They got the snitch Neptunes. They got, you know what I mean? They got Justin Timberlake records in the top. You know what I mean?
We talk about Kanye Titter though, like Kanye Titter, bro.
Why you think I'm how are you saying I'm disrespecting him? I'm not doing that. What I'm saying is
because here's
Pharrell would sell it. Okay,
go ahead. No, I'll give you that. Mm-hmm. But see, here's the thing: when in the type Neptunes, they weren't the clear cut favorite. They were right beside Timberland as far as being compared, like who's the best, right? They were doing similar sounds, Kanye West birthed a whole new, like, and it wasn't even the thing. The funny thing is, he didn't start the soul sample, like, because Dr. Dre was doing it in the West Coast. Puffy was doing it in Bad Boy in the East Coast from the early 90s.
And right? You talking about loops, you got to bring in DJ Premier. So, yeah.
I'm not, bruh. We're not mentioning no DJ Premier when we talking about Kanye West, bruh. No disrespect. Don't get me wrong. I love DJ Premier. I like Primo more for the scratches he put on it. I thought that was unique with Primo. Primo gave some scratches on there, and I love the scratch sound. But as far as the sampling, like Kanye revolutionized that aspect of the game. Kanye as a producer,
I can't sit here and say that
Kanye, okay,
and say that somebody looped up better than Dilla, looped up better than Premier, looped up better than Pete Rock. I mean, he took it from all those guys and made it his own. I can say that, but I can
put it like this: were Pusha T and the Clips bigger with Pharrell or with Kanye?
He was bigger with Kanye because Kanye was a rapper and they rapped together. Like that's not really. And the Clips wasn't. No, it was never the Clips and Kanye. It was Pusha and Kanye. So there's a couple different variations there that you got going on.
Pusha's a bigger rapper than the Clips were. The Clips had. The Clips had one big. They had one hit. They had one big hit record. They had one. That's it.
Even that.
That's the one big hit record with Neptune.
Even after the 2 or 3 joints after that didn't.
I'm not listen. Clearly, I'm a Clips fan, so I'm not saying they didn't have good music. I'm talking about hit records. Like what can I go on Billboard and see that the Clips have done?
I'm sure what happened to that boy is on there. I'm sure. There's joints on there that followed up even on that same album that weren't number ones for whatever how many weeks that Grinding was probably that were all, like, you know what I mean, that you can definitely.
I love Grinding. You know.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, it's a classic. It's probably one of the top 5 beats of all time. So yeah, no,
it definitely made people, you know what I'm saying, pay attention. Absolutely. All right, so I'm about to pull up the Clips Billboard charts real quick, just so I don't feel like I'm tripping, because they my guys. I don't want to slight them. All right,
sound like you.
I don't want to slight them. Shut up, dude. Shut up. Grinding peaked at 30. What happened to that boy? 45.
Mm-hmm.
That's not that impressive, bruh. Right? That's not impressive as far as like like being a hit. I'm not saying they didn't make good records as far as like hits is what I'm talking about.
So what joint are you comparing that to? Like, are you saying Murcielago Flow hit top 10 or something? Who cares? That was a Kanye joint with Pusha T on it. That like Click was a Kanye joint with Jay-Z and I Don't Know was a Kanye remix with Chief Keef, and like it's like I don't know the joint that has Pusha T out there higher than 30 and 45. So I don't see the like the comparison is I hear you, but at the same time I'm not following. I don't have that. It's not that, Rick. It's not that. The disparity is not there.
What hit he made with Kanye, you know, like that's.
All I got is Mercy.
What
Mercy,
hit?
Really?
Mercy Flow. Like that.
One.
Mercy went number 1.
You talking about a solo with just
Push. I'm just talking about Push because the joints he's talking about was pushing and malicious. So like
I said with Kanye West though.
But Kanye's on Mercy. That's what I'm saying. Kanye's on Mercy. So that's not a Pusha T joint.
Come on,
nah, bro.
You know the energy that Push put behind those records when he was on them.
Man,
though, right?
I get it. And Push killed. You know, of course he crushed that. And Push is one of my favorite rappers. I'm just saying, like that's not the two.
So let me just. Are we disqualifying? Are you disqualifying Kanye West featuring Pusha T, or are you disqualifying Kanye West featuring Pusha T and Pusha T featuring Kanye West? You disqualifying both of them. Because you did mention what happened to that boy, and that's a
Clips joint. So what I'm doing is I'm doing two things. I'm differentiating.
That guy catch money.
I'm differentiating the properties of the Clips and Pusha T. I'm differentiating that Kanye's name has a different type of weight on it when he's rapping on a song and producing.
But you got Pharrell though. You going against Pharrell? Pharrell's on records.
Pharrell
feature Pharrell.
Pharrell, what?
You're beautiful.
Pharrell's the hook.
Just want you to know you're my favorite girl.
Before Grinding, he did a couple of hooks. He did hooks. That was
like how many records did they have that? That
was well after.
They got stale, bro. The Neptunes got stale.
Pharrell was the hook guy, and he
Brian, will you not say that the Neptunes for a period of time got stale?
Got stale. 3 times they got stale. 3 times. I'll say that. 3 times. They changed their style 3 times.
Listen, I'm not now. One of the times they changed their style, he ended up getting sued for millions of dollars. But I ain't gonna say nothing about that. So how much the style changed?
That was the 4th time. I'm not even going. We're not.
Oh, okay.
That's 4. They have 4. They have 4 versions of themselves. 4 versions. 4 versions of themselves. The first 3 happened from 1998 to around 2006. That Robin Thicke shit, like, you know what I mean? It is what it is. But yeah.
Kanye's work on Blueprint. Kanye's work on his pretty much all his albums. You talking about changing who they are. When Kanye came out with 808s and Heartbreaks, was that not like a major game changer? It was we always like, nah, I ain't rocking with that. And then find out that, no, we are rocking with this. And now it's part of the game.
No, absolutely. Kanye's changed the game a few times. I'm not saying that he hasn't. I'm not even trying to. I don't know. I'm not trying to disrespect his catalog at all. But I'm saying we were talking about Pusha T in the Clips. So
right. Well, that was just one aspect of it. I feel like Pusha T is a bigger, like as a representative of the Clips, Pusha T is bigger with good music than he was with track stars. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Y'all don't agree with that? That's cool. But I mean, that's the way I feel. I feel like he's a bigger brand than Clips were. Now that may not have nothing to do with Kanye West and Pharrell, more so to do with Clips, the name holding Pusha T back. I don't know. And maybe he feel like he put more energy into, you know what I'm saying, branding himself when he's by himself. Maybe that's what it is. But as far as the before and after this, now I will say this though. I feel like Jive Records also had something to do with the Clips not being as big. So I gotta, you know what I'm saying, give that part to it because they were on the shelf for a good while.
It's always
because
label politics, bro.
So I will say that part. But as far as getting back to just Kanye West versus the Neptunes, now you saying Kanye West is a rapper, and you can't really discredit that because like he does 99% of the production on his own work, and that's where he got a lot of his hits. But he also put a battery back in Common's life.
Also true.
Not just his music career, but his career. Period.
That's true.
Common's on his way to being a movie star now because of, you know what I'm saying, the energy that Kanye West brought to him.
I won't can't say nothing about that because that's true. That's all true.
A 7-track from Common.
The Corner? Oh my! Remember when the Corner came out?
B was a classic. B is a classic.
Oh God!
B is a classic.
The Corner was fire.
B is a classic.
Fire. And then you can go, if you go artist to artist, like the ones worth talking about, who has, you know what I'm saying, bigger records with them. If you start at the top with Jay-Z, who has better records with Jay-Z? Kanye West or the Neptunes? You gotta say Kanye West because I already know that you don't like some of the songs that the Neptunes did. You don't like Change Clothes.
No, I'm not a big fan.
You probably don't like Excuse Me, Miss.
I'm sorry?
Excuse Me, Miss?
Now
the remix though?
The remix. So the original version
I like both of them, but the remix is way better.
You talking about Neptune's getting stuck? That was, to me, Excuse Me, Miss, Change Clothes was the tail end of one of their versions where they got stuck at. So I mean,
and then you go off of their album work, like because they did all the producing on their albums. Like, I really didn't care for none of their projects. Like, I couldn't play all them albums, neither one of them albums back like all the way through.
No,
the Neptunes albums, I couldn't play none of them albums all the way through.
There's a certain fanhood for.
I like Front. Yeah. Front was my record.
Nerd has a fan base that I don't think that you know what I mean, that appeals for you.
So
Rockstar is my joint.
So you don't like Seeing Sounds?
I don't think
you don't like that
appeal to
everybody. You don't like Seeing Sounds?
Huh?
Seeing Sounds.
Okay. Which album? Oh no. I give you that one. That one was a good one. I like that one. Now, I give you that one. But they got like 3 or 4 of them where it's like they're all right. They're not bad, but they're not like all right.
You ever think about that?
Sure. I'll give you. I'll give you that. They're holding Pharrell back. He's the lead guy. What are you talking about? They move. He moves. He's done a lot of stuff by himself. You know what I'm saying? He did Happy.
Which was a hit.
You know I'm happy. Yeah. I know. Yeah. Blurred Lounge is a hit too.
Yeah.
Marvin Gaye made it a hit.
Hey, look, bro.
Nah, but I mean, my whole thing is, I just like, okay, I listen. It's 3-1. Neptunes. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got Neptunes over Kanye, but I don't like the way y'all just gave it a slam dunk. Neptunes over Kanye, like
no, it's not
like
the fact
Beautiful
that,
Dark Fantasy don't exist.
Pharrell will crush Kanye. It's going to be a close match, but
right, like listen to that. Just take the body of that My Beautiful Dark Fantasy. Just take from beginning to end that work alone.
I love that album. You know I love it. I think it's a classic, but at the same time, bro.
Oh, a classic is an understatement.
That's not even his best album, though.
It's a classic.
In my opinion. That's not Kanye's best album. In my
opinion. What? Hold up, tell me what? What you say?
So let's talk about this.
Dog, you already know
Real.
my better.
What's a better?
My
What's a
favorite
better album?
is that's Graduation. That's Graduation.
I don't. I like Graduation.
Hey, that's your
I don't
opinion,
even think
fam.
Graduation
Like,
is the second best album.
That's my favorite album, bro.
That My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. That was like when Kanye started getting ahead of them.
Bro, that bro, he was light years off that album, bro. Like the Bama did a whole 32-minute video off of a 4-minute song.
Check this out, late dog. At first, I ain't bang with the album. You already know back then. I ain't really care for a new style, new everything, you know. So it took me a while to get adjusted to it. Hands down, that's like my top 3 favorite albums from Kanye. It's between Graduation's number 1, and I say it's a tie between 808s, Heartbreak, and Darkness. Hey, what?
Wow.
Yeah, that was my 3 favorite.
Those your 3 favorite? Okay.
Hey,
that's okay. Okay. All right.
It goes.
I'm not listen. Clearly the initial opinion of that album for a lot of people, if not all people, has changed after a while. Like you say, okay, the first song pushed you back a little bit, but then you came back like, okay. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Graduation isn't fire. To me, it's Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is number 1. Just that body of work is amazing. It's probably one of the best albums I've ever heard, ever. Like just the way it comes together, the way he uses so many artists as instruments. Like he's not even like most people would call somebody like, yo, I want you to feature on my album, and then they got a song with them and they doing like a verse. Like, nah, I want you to come over here. I want you to lay down these sounds. And he's using people's voices as sounds throughout the album. That's amazing to me. Like that way of thinking is amazing to me. So that album is number 1. Number 2, it's always going to be College Dropout to me. Like if Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy didn't exist, College Dropout would be my favorite because I feel like that's the more raw, true who Kanye West is. That album. Then it's Graduation.
Man,
Graduation number 3 for me.
I remember when Graduation came out, dude. I fell in love with that album. I can play it from beginning to end.
It's fire. Don't get me wrong, it's fire.
Not one.
Wait till I get my money right. Oh, get money right. Like, yo, what?
Come on, man.
The Neptune's not giving you that record. They not giving you that record.
Okay.
They're not giving you amazing.
Okay, so let me ask you this, T.
They're not giving you those records.
Okay, so T,
you got me feeling like JT from the 5 Heartbeats.
But let me ask you this.
You love him, you love
like
me.
Swizz Beatz and Timbo was battling, right? We already know Timbo, at least in my opinion, you know, he's the better producer, but Swizz gave you that better energy, right? In your opinion. I think Pharrell's going to give you that better energy.
Yeah.
What Kanye's going to bring you?
I don't know. I feel like you know what? It all depends. Huh?
Kanye?
Yeah, it depends. I feel like both of them are like bipolar in the way, like Pharrell can be real mellow, you know what I'm saying? But then he can be the showman. Kanye West is mellow and bipolar, but if you poke him, come on, bro. Kanye go if he go to 100. If you get Kanye on 100 and he got his catalog in front of him, he's smoking anybody. Kanye, you put Kanye on 100, like poking him, saying he ain't rocking. You can line all of them up, and he'll go neck and neck with all of them.
Are we talking about Kanye too? You know, because
but all of the music is in one. It's in the same crate though.
It's like what Swizz Beatz was doing. Okay.
I need Kanye Titter. You give me Kanye Titter. But they the same person. You see him doing Sunny Service. The same person,
bro.
Kanye Titter
that.
doing that right there, bro.
You know that. Come on.
I don't. Once you get him outside, once you get him talking and in front of the camera, in front of media, he get all weird because the paparazzi, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he ain't, like, bro, you from Chicago, bro. Act like it.
where your cojones at, man? But nah, as far as like, what I'm just saying, like,
And beans are telling.
but nah, I'm sorry, I'm taking. Listen, so I'm by myself. Y'all here, it's 3-1. DJ, Rail, Brian, all three taking the Neptunes over Kanye West.
That's tough. I think Kanye gonna give it to him. You talk about the energy. Remember when you seen that video with Kanye on the plane?
Right? Like you look at the videos from Fade when Jay-Z was doing the Jay-Z was doing the Fade to Black for the Black album. Like Kanye, he has that. When you put music in front of him, that energy comes out.
He's tapping to his other personality, but it's neither here or there. No,
yeah,
it is. Though.
But
it is.
It's all creative though.
So Kanye, let's see what he gave you. He gave you, you know what I'm saying, bangers. He can give you the soul record. Like he resurrected Common. What else I give you? Who else? What else I need to give you? He got the joint. He brought Keisha Cole out. You know what I'm saying? That joint was fire when he brought Keisha Cole out.
He did. Joe Legend. John Legend is one of his. So I mean, there's.
Oh boy. Didn't even forget about John Legend. Oh boy.
Yeah. No.
Oh man.
Like you can't. I don't think what we said was to disrespect Kanye's resume. Like he got a hit for Calm. He got a hit for Dilated People. He got a hit for Slim Village.
The joint he got for Talib Kweli when everybody was forgetting about Talib Kweli.
Got a hit with Talib. Like yeah.
That joint was fire. That was like Talib Kweli was stuffed in the underground crates. He gave him that joint. Like, oh, that joint go.
Absolutely. Like he's got he did a lot for that from 2001 to 2005, 6. I mean Kanye's like and I would love to see how they go head to head with him and the Neptunes, but
it'll be fun.
I don't know. I just had if I'm gonna put money on something, I'd go Neptune. Just because of the Swiss factor. Like you see how Swizz does what he does. Neptunes could do what Swizz does with their stuff. So
see that make me lean. So when you put it in that perspective, I'm gonna definitely go with Kanye. He's gonna get up there and motherfucking bob his head and give you that real energy like you with him.
Nah, Pharrell give you that porn stash and it's over with.
Them members have a battle of pinks. Like who gonna have the most pink on?
Burning sage and get you them chilies.
He wear that big ass Smokey the Bear hat and shit. Nah, I mean it would be a good battle, and who knows? Maybe they make it happen.
Hopefully,
so that would be dope.
Absolutely.
So
I agree.
So who else would you want to see?
I mean, if JD has been pushing for it, Joe Budden pushed for it. I want to see him versus Diddy.
Oh my God,
that's more for the culture right now.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be really interesting. Clearly, you know what I'm saying, Puffy gonna win though. I mean, you know why he's gonna win? Because they're gonna be on Instagram or they're gonna be in front of public, you know what I'm saying, and he's gonna play Biggie records. And nobody's gonna go against Biggie records. Like you can't have the King of New York on records and be like, oh nah, that John with you know what I'm saying, Escape was better. That Escape record was better than the Total record, but the Total record got Biggie on it. That's not gonna happen.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? And then Puffy had all the dog. Well, I guess he had J5. Like, was it J5? Was that? You know what I'm saying? When they remade like the Michael Jackson record. But you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like JD's gonna have Crisscross and Bow Wow records, and it's like somebody's gonna slide him. Like you know what I'm saying, they're not gonna take him seriously.
No, he did.
But Bow Wow had records though. Crisscross didn't hit. But I'm saying, Jump comes on. Nobody's like, oh, he's murdering with Jump. Warm It Up, Chris. I love those records. We know those are my guys. But in a battle between Puffy, he can't play Warm It Up, Chris. Even if it was a chop topper, he can't play that in the battle. Warm it up, Chris. I'm about to.
He can go heavy D.
Like, just 12 yo, get out of here.
Puff can go heavy D. He can go Mary J. So
Who?
Puff can go Mary J. Blige. Puff can go heavy D. Puff can
So you're gonna go to his time is up in Uptown?
Absolutely.
You're not just gonna go Bad Boy versus you're not going Bad Boy versus you're going
Puff versus JD, because JD can do the same thing with like
not as deep though. Oh man.
Yeah, so
Puff connected with being Uptown. He was part of a lot of records before people knew his name.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's you know what I'm saying. So like you said, Murray, Heavy, Jodeci.
Yes.
Anybody Uptown, Puffy was working with it. So it'd be tough.
Yeah.
But that would be fun.
Honestly,
that'd be very fun.
Just saying
Drake go at it, bro. I think Diddy and Dre. Dr. Dre.
We already know that.
Diddy and who?
Dre was at his time. He was one of the best producers.
Why?
West.
But Diddy didn't really produce though. He had a team of producers. I guess that's a big difference. I think it'd be weird though, Brian, because JD actually was producing the records a lot of time. And did a lot of the writing. Well, Puffy had, you know what I'm saying, what was it? What's his name? What's his production team?
The Hitman.
That had DJ in it?
The Hitman.
The Hitman, yeah.
I don't know.
So I mean, it'd be interesting though. So
like Dre would definitely have to be in a combo with somebody, bro.
That would be. But all I know is when they go at it, that shit'll be live. Because at some, especially for somebody like me, because they're gonna have to at some point lock horns with 112 and Jagged Edge.
Right.
That's gonna be a main back and forth. The escape total, you know what I'm saying, back and forth. The thing about it is though, JD don't have nothing to go up against Faith though.
That's interesting.
He don't got nothing to do with Faith. And Faith had hits.
Right.
She had, I ain't talking about like ballad hits. She had like club joint.
Right.
Saying Burning Up, that when that joint came out, that joint was popping.
That's true. That's true.
I remember, like, I ain't gonna get into it. You know, Faith got the records. You know what I'm saying? Faith got some records. But I feel like JD, a lot of his stuff will probably be like feature stuff, but I don't know, because he got the rap. So who are you giving Puffy Lil Kim? Like, we don't have a female rapper though, unless you giving him the records he did with Lil Kim.
You can do that. It depends on how he wants to do that. Like,
I think he'd have to be limited to only the records where he's on songs with Lil Kim.
Okay, I mean, he can play 2 or 3 joints.
Damn, you know what I think about it? He's on All About the Benjamins. That's his record. But he got Lil Kim. That's a killer right there, boy. I tell you, like when that, I don't care where you at. That joint come on, it changed the room. Yeah. Like before the lyrics come out, when that beat come on, damn it, be ready to rap that joint. That it's all about the Benjamins, baby. Now, what y'all want to do? Want to be ballers? Yeah, I got Puffy in that one. I'm taking Puffy over JD.
Okay, I mean, I like to see it.
Shit, I would love to see that. No homo. Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean,
What up? Listen to this. You're already on your way to starting your own podcast for free. Anchor.fm makes podcasting as easy as rolling out of your bed. Build your own brand, develop your own content, take over the world at no cost to you. Your podcast will be streamed through Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and if you're on your laptop, iTunes. If you haven't already made the move, download Anchor app now on Google Play, the Apple Store, or online at www.anchor.fm for free. Did I mention it's for free? It's your boy T. You're on the ride up.
Some discussion that they're going to try to move the preseason to Vegas. Everybody play in Vegas. for the NBA. But is there anything else? Oh, my bad. We're gonna talk about movies. We're talking about the let's go.
Platform.
Yeah, the Netflix movie. There's a Netflix. We're gonna call that the must see bingeable moment of the week. The Platform.
Right.
Like, go get into it, T.
All right, so last week you said we were talking about movies that we were watching or that we should watch, and you said Platform,
Yes.
and I hadn't heard of it yet, but I was like, I knew I was gonna come around too, and I was just up looking. I was laying up with Lucy. We was looking at some trailers for some movies. We was going to see who was going to watch. We ended up watching a movie called The Wave with it's this movie with Justin Long. He goes on some like weird drug trip. It's a crazy movie. If you're looking for a crazy movie to watch, check the Wave. Nah, he was like a lawyer. He's like some lawyer, and he goes to this club because his girl, his like wife is like a nag. So he's like, I'm going out with my boys. Him and Guy Faison, and they end up doing some type of LSD type drug, and it's like fucking his mind up. But it's it's an interesting movie. Anyways, I saw the preview for Platform on there. I'm like, I'm gonna definitely watch that. And we talked about it in the chat, and then DJ said he saw it. You said you saw it. I'm like, I'm definitely gonna watch it. So I started watching last night, but I watched it at the tail end of my evening. So I fell asleep I think 20 minutes into it. It's basically you guys seen the whole movie. So the premise of it is these guys are in a prison, and I guess you got to spend like a month on that level, where it's basically you getting this like a platform of like this elegant food, and it starts down, and it's 2 people per level, and they eat as much as they can for how much? I don't know how much time they had to eat it. Was it 5 minutes?
Like 5-10 minutes. Yeah.
You see it 5?
Yeah.
It was 5 minutes, so they had like 5 minutes to eat all the food they can, and then it goes to the next level and to the next level. And I think he said it was like 120 some levels, and they were on like the movie starts. They're on like level 48.
Yeah, I mean, I think part of the plot is to know how many levels at the end is. But so there's several levels. There's hundreds of levels. I don't want to go exactly. It's 100, 150, whatever. At least,
spoiler alert.
Yeah, at least at the first thought of it. I don't want to give too much away, but yeah, there's people end up on different levels. So you end up on level 5, that's really high up, but then a month later you'll end up on a level 80, and you won't get any food because everybody over top of you eats everything. And
piss and shit. They do wild.
And they disrespect the food and everything, spit on it.
Right, no crazy.
Right. A man threw a bottle and busted a bottle of wine on it. It's like, damn, dog. Like, why are you doing it? And what I saw was, I guess, in the early clip, the new guy who was talking to the older guy, he was trying to, I guess, get everybody on the same page to where it's like you ration out the food.
Right.
And he was like, dog, don't do that. Like they bought it. Like it seemed like it was more like a humanity experiment. It's like what do these people do? Like, could they rally and like try to, figure out how to make this food last for everybody? If everybody had 5 minutes to eat, can it make it down to everybody to eat?
Right.
That's what it seemed. That's what it seemed like I was headed for. What I was going to watch.
It's definitely.
The last thing I saw before I fell asleep is, I guess, one of the guys from Levels Up fell to their death. I don't want to. No spoiler alert on whether or not he got pushed or if he jumped. but it leads you to think that at some point, people who are further down probably eating other people because they stop.
Right.
Because you get I guess one of the perks is going into the prison, you get to take one thing with you. And the one guy had a book and the other guy had a knife. So I can imagine he don't starve.
Right.
Like he gonna eat something.
So yeah, like you were saying, it's an allegory. I think when you watch it, everybody watches it, it's an allegory of how real life society treats people in their social classes and hierarchies or whatever. So yeah, man, it's a dope movie, man. If you get a chance, get 2 hours. Almost everybody has 2 hours to kill at this point. And yeah, man, it's definitely worth that. You won't be disappointed. It's subtitle. I have it subtitles on, but I think it's dubbed over, which is.
Oh, mine was subtitled. I just want to read why I fell asleep so early. It was subtitled.
I can't stand subtitles.
Oh, so it was subtitled when you watched it?
I don't have to. Y'all.
No. It was
subtitles. I don't. I hate that shit.
No, when I watched it, I think it was already.
It's dubbed over. It's dubbed over. But you want to do both. It's dubbed over, but also put the subtitles on so you can actually get some extra.
It's horrible.
All right, so let's clear this up. DJ thinks that I like watching movies with subtitles. I don't. But my Netflix is set up for subtitles because Lucy had, doesn't like listening to TV very loud. I want to hear the TV. So she, has subtitles on so she don't have it as loud so she can read the fill-in whatever I guess she can hear. So I had my setup that way. I just don't change my setting. That's all.
My bad. Hold on. I gotta announce this while we're doing this. Teddy Riley announced that he will be facing off versus Babyface and LA Reid this Sunday.
He gonna lose. Oh, Teddy, why would you do that to yourself? Teddy's my guy. Teddy probably thinking because he is like the head of the New Jack era that he got a fighting chance. But the New Jack era only lasted like 3-4 years. Right. Like I said, Babyface work spans 30 years easy.
So like next episode we'll talk about that. Well, I'll definitely tune in. We're gonna get into that. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but that's I just saw a little announcement that's what's happening. But let's get back into bingeable TV. So the platform was that I do want to get into superhero TV because I just
okay.
I don't think we're gonna do this. I mean, it's not the episode for it, but man, Black Lightning, I slept on it because I thought his suit was corny. Like it is. No, the first 2 seasons.
The suit is corny. He's a very stiff actor. The show is good, but he's a stiff actor.
I think with my problem, and that's true a lot of times. Like I think there's times where he shows some range, but I'll agree with you to a certain extent. That they write the character that way, and I think they write Black male characters that way a lot. Not a lot. Like the last, between, if you looked at through line between Falcon and with Anthony Mackie and Luke Cage with Michael Coulter and him, Cress Williams with Black Lightning, there's some stiffness to that character just in general how they write it. And I think there's a reason for that.
Go ahead.
I don't want to go into it all the way in now, but the show itself, Black Lightning, regardless of how he's written and how he acted out, it's dope. I think that some of the storylines, especially in season 3, season 3, if you really overlay it into real life, there's some stuff that you don't really, you don't see every day that are being displayed on TV. That's interesting, definitely.
So I started watching Black Lightning for a couple of reasons. One, I knew Cress Williams. We all know Cress Williams from from dating Khadijah on Living Single. Right? That's the second time I've heard Brian sing. The first time was the damn RMR song. I haven't heard anybody talk about since the damn coronavirus started. But anyway, flash in the pan. But no, I started watching it because one of the McClane kids are in that show.
Mm-hmm.
I believe the one that was on House of
Yes.
Pain. I think that one, because I know her sister played in Empire, and you know I'm always big on. I'm saying bigging up my my black actors and people get working. So I'm definitely glad that Black Lightning got a third season. Another one on that network, I believe it's on the same network that I started watching, is All American with with Tay Diggs.
Yeah.
Tay Diggs is in that one. So I'm watching that.
We couldn't get it.
I'm not crazy about it. It's weird seeing black people in like soap opera type stuff. It's an All American. It's a good show. About the football kid, yeah. But you comparing Cress Williams? Why not say comparing? But you mentioned Michael Coulter, who's also another sort of stiff actor. But you made me think about something, and I've been thinking about it the other day. Like, Anthony, we gotta really champion our actors. Like Anthony Mackie deserves to be championed because we've watched Anthony Mackie go from being the Papa Doc to being in Crossover with that horrible acting in Crossover with Eva's little sexy self. Whew. I mean, being an MCU character to playing in the Adjustment Bureau to playing in The Banker. Though I'm just watching the movie The Banker with Samuel Jackson. Yeah. Great movie.
He's in the Black Mirror episode that has got a lot of tension off the last season as well. So yeah.
And I believe he's on Altered Carbon.
Yes, he is. I haven't gotten that.
Anthony Mackie's putting that work in. Anthony Mackie's putting that work in.
Anthony Mackie, as far as
it's good to see. It's good to see Anthony Mackie putting that work in.
What I would say is the characters, not as them as actors. I'm not going to like denigrate them as actors. There's not a lot of room for an actor to give a lot in these roles, in my opinion. Like they're trying to make them. You remember in episode 22, in on the write-up, you said how a black man has to understand how he's portrayed even when he's angry, and how that's exactly what they're trying to write these characters and trying to make sure you like they're so measured in how they react and how they're perceived in this, that, and the third. So and I don't want, like I said, I don't want to make this. We can go another hour and a half. We're at hour 36. So we, I mean, it's there's some similarities there in all three of those characters, bro. So
you know how when you first started talking about Black Lightning, you was like you thought the suit was cheesy.
Absolutely.
When I first saw Black Lightning, you know what I thought about? I thought about what's the
Living Single?
No, I mean outside of him being in Living Single. No, as far as like black superheroes, it felt like I was about to watch Meteor Man.
He's and Robert Townsend's in this show.
So, but then I remember it made me think about another one. It's like, okay, Meteor Man was more so, it was sort of spoofish. Mm-hmm. So I didn't want to say Meteor Man and disrespect it in that essence. But it made me think of, I'm pretty sure DJ and Darrell never saw this TV show. Brian, you may not even remember this show. It didn't last but the season, if it even got a whole season. Do you remember The Mantis?
Vaguely. Yes, right? I do. It had
So The Mantis was a Fox. Yes. It was a Fox developed TV show about a black superhero who was a millionaire, I guess, like Bruce Wayne, but he was paralyzed. or apparently he was supposed to be paralyzed. I believe. I'm vaguely remembering that part of it, but he was actually a superhero, and his name was the Mantis, and he was dressed in green.
Mhm.
I must go on YouTube tonight to see if I can pull up some old video if they still have it. But it was called the Mantis,
Right.
and nobody talks about, like, the Tick is a joke of a superhero, and it gets love.
I think that's because it is a parody. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be a comedy. They play for
I love the
jokes.
Tick.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. They play for.
The Patrick Warburton version.
Mm-hmm. They play.
But the Mantis was the Mantis.
It look corny.
That's what I'm saying. It looked corny. It looked corny. DJ just pulled up a picture of the Mantis
So
promo.
if you can stomach the Black Lightning suit for 2 seasons,
And the cheesy effects.
I mean, if you watch the Flash, you'll they get as good as the Flashes. DC, the TV show series. If you watch the season 3, his suit gets 100,000 times better in the third season. And I think even like if you think about what's happening now, what's happened to Black people over the last 100 years, and how that they're trying to tell this story, it will resonate a little bit with you, whether or not you like the acting or whatever. That's all beside the point. I just find it fascinating. And yeah, his suit gets better. His suit, I didn't like his suit. That's why I didn't watch it at first. It was recommended to Felicia, so we started watching it, and it's a good show in my opinion.
So let me. I'm trying to remember this. Did you say that Black Lightning season 1 was better than Luke Cage season 1?
Yes, we could.
Was that you said that crazy shit?
I said that because after
Please
I'm
defend
gonna
your
say
point.
this. I'm gonna say this. After Cottonmouth, Mahershala's character dies, Luke Cage falls off the cliff. Period. It doesn't hold up. I can't like Mike Coulter doesn't have enough to keep that season going.
How many episodes were left in the season after Cottonmouth died?
Another 7. I think he died in episode 6, I think, and it was 13 episodes. And I think there was in the first Black Lightning, there's like 20 episodes.
That first 6 episodes made Luke Cage season 1 better than Black Lightning.
I mean, that's fair.
You know what I didn't like about Black Lightning? I don't like the antagonist.
You don't like Tobias? Okay, I hear you.
I don't. He's like a dollar store version of the Kingpin.
Okay.
Like this big ass albino. You know what I'm saying? What's my guy name from WWE? He used to do the dinosaur, like a dinosaur. Some he had the girl. He had Naomi dancing with her. What was his damn name?
Yeah, I mean, after my time.
That's what he reminds me of.
So if you keep going through season 1 into season 2, you'll figure out that Tobias, while he's a big villain, he's not the biggest villain. So it's interesting how he's being used. So, but like I say, I feel like if you combine all 3 seasons, I do feel like the themes and how they hit in season 1 of Black White Lightning, they do the similar things in Luke Cage, and they do it better. I can't really like, you know what I mean? Other than some of the individual performances like Alfred Woodard, like Mahershala, that are better than, you know what I mean, than anything that you see in Black Lightning. Plus, it's a network television show. Shout out to, everybody that's on Luke Cage, but I just see that as a better show, like written in general.
Okay. Yeah, I will say this. I do agree with the majority of the point. Like, I'm not trying to defend. That's what I say. I'm not defending season 2 of Luke Cage.
I like Luke. I like season 2 of Luke Cage. I almost like it better than I like it better than the second half.
I didn't like season 2 at all.
I did.
You know what I didn't like about Luke Cage season 2, and what I like. So I'm as an 80s baby. I like my, you know what I'm saying, my superheroes, you know what I'm saying, action movie style. They kick ass and they get the bitches.
Yeah. That's another thing. They stopped that in the middle of
whoa. Don't wait a minute. Don't railroad me on my point.
Okay, my bad.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, the show started off with him getting cheeks.
That's what I'm saying.
And then they bond him up. How you gonna do that?
Right.
And you know what? I knew it from there. I'm like, they bundling them up already? Like, nah, that's one of the things we like about this show. Like, oh, this show about to be about that action.
Right.
Like, y'all, like, listen, don't get me wrong. We all love her character. She's in every damn MCU Netflix TV show there is. But damn, why you gotta tie Luke down? You didn't tie Murdoch down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why you gonna tie him down? You so the white dude can you know what I'm saying, shake his blind dingling around, but the black guy, you gotta limit that to one joint. Like, that ain't right.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like, you know, when I watched Banshee, my man was knocking down any chick you seen come on the show. You know, he was going to hit
Arrow. Go back to Arrow. First 3 seasons.
He hit the Batman hit sisters.
Right. Come on, man.
The Batman hit sisters. Hit his enemies. Like, he hit enemies. He hit everybody.
Come on, man. It's yeah.
Ray Donovan. He hits everything.
You hit the hammer. You hit the nail on the head with the hammer, bro. That's one of the other reasons why Luke Cage fell off. But you know, whatever. You know, let's kind of wrap it up because I know we want to stay on under 2 hours. Let's end it with the response. What we want you to do. We want you to follow the Twitter. It's OTRU_. That's Fresh X Design. Fresh X Design. That's what's your Glenn Swagmeyer on Twitter, on IG. It's on the ride up. It's on the ride up on Facebook. I don't know what the Snapchat is.
On the ride up.
It's on the ride up. But if you find our IG, you find our link tree, and we have all the links that you need. Hit one of those joints. Listen, subscribe, review, and check us out. We're on the Cook Up Radio. We're on Cook Up Radio on Mondays from 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. 2 broadcasts. 10 a.m., 10 p.m. Replay. 10 a.m., 10 p.m. on the Cook Up Radio. Follow on the Cook Up Radio on IG. Follow on the Cook Up Radio on Facebook, and you'll find us and a bunch of other stuff they got going on.
So when you follow the Cook Up on IG, you will enjoy the content just like, well, they're not as clickbaitish as like a hood site or hood TV or one of those, but they do have some good, you know what I'm saying, interesting content. They have some rap videos, but they have some singers, some musicians, some funny you know what I'm saying, stuff on there too. So it's just another, I mean, if you got 1 million people you follow anyway, you know what I'm saying, this will definitely add to your collection and be something you find yourself looking at a lot. They have a lot of good stuff on there.
Absolutely. It's worth your while. So yeah, follow us, support, follow, subscribe, review, and like, and then Anchor.fm. We're on every DSP. We're gonna still upload on Fridays. We're gonna upload on Fridays, and then we're gonna be on the Cook Up Radio on Mondays at 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. And yeah, just check us out any way you can. You'll find the extras. You'll find the extras on Anchor, and those, of course, will distribute to all the digital streaming services. And then on the Cook Up, you'll hear these episodes. This is episode 1 of season 2, and you'll hear this on the Cook Up. Yeah.
One more. Wait, I got one more for
sir.
you. You make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube on the Ride Up Podcast. On the Ride Up Podcast on YouTube.
All right.
You can put a search engine and it'll pop up and subscribe.
So my bad.
And I gotta apologize to my wrestling fans because it was the Funkadactyls with Naomi. But wrestler I was talking about was Brodus Clay. That's who Tobias looks like. He looks like
He does. Shout out to Crondon. But yeah, man. Yeah, we just here, we're gonna do some more. We're almost at 2,000 listeners. Help us break that barrier. If you're the 2,000th listener, I don't know how we'd figure that out. But look, man, if you listen to episodes,
if you are the 2,000th listener, let us know. DM us and say, hey, if you are the 2,000th listener, or if you feel like you're the 2,000th listener, DM me.
We might have some hot stuff for you. So we
ain't no mic. There's no mic in it.
So the second part is High Style is the sponsor. High Style Apparel is hstco.bigcartel.com. Find that and order something. The visuals, if you see on the Ride Up, you'll see our logo. That is done by our big bro Will. His IG is Design X Willpower. And go find him. If you need some logos, you need stationery, you need any visuals for your website, go find them. And then find us. We're here for the commentary. I need to do Twitter better, but I'm on my own Twitter. It's Fresh X Design. You can follow me. I talk about everything. I'll get into it with Trump supporters. I do a bunch of things. And
you do a lot of your political talk on the Ride Up Twitter handle.
Yeah. I've been trying to do both. So I'm going back and forth, and yeah, man. Yeah, that's how we want to end this off. We're going to try to load it up with where we want you to go, and to also check us out next week.
Hey, stay home, stay safe. JGMB, baby. Hashtag JGMB.
JGMB all day. All right.
Yeah. Jesus got my